Welcome, friends of the Greasy Shop Rag. Today we're going to take a look at a Husqvarna 240 chainsaw, and we're going to install a Debarker attachment to it, or in this case a Debaker. I guess you can imagine what the quality of this product is going to be when they can't even get the translation right on the packaging. I will have to say though that it appears to be a complete kit. All the parts are in the kit. Nothing was left out. I mean, it's packaged good enough. This is one of the cheaper kits you can get on eBay. Or maybe it was on Amazon. I don't know. I didn't buy it. The tool kit is complete, even if the tools are kind of iffy. You know what I mean? Those washers are like bare minimum. And in fact, you'll see later in the video where I just couldn't handle using those washers on here, and I went and got some good old American hardware to replace it. So we're going to take the clutch cover off. This won't get put back on. One of the first things I want to do is get all the bar oil out of the tank, because you know we don't need bar oil just spewing all over the place. And in fact, this Debarker is going to be used for doing some cleanup work on a log home, and we don't want oil all over the log home before the actual stain oil, whatever product they have, goes on. So we'll get that all out of the tank, use some carb clean to make it pretty. Alright, once we're happy with the cleanliness of the tank, we're going to take a look at our supplied clutch drum. It's got a pulley welded on it, and right away I noticed that there's some funny grind marks on it and some cheesy spot welds. It don't look like much. And they didn't even get it centered. What are you gonna do? You know, I took a look at the other drum they supplied for the Stihl chainsaws. That wouldn't have worked. But the pulley is square on the crankshaft. The outside of the drum is not square with the clutch. So basically what that means is one of the clutch shoes is going to be thrown out a little bit farther when this is running. Might create a little bit of a vibration. Not sure. We'll find out here that it does clatter a little bit until everything's engaged. So basically this attachment just bolts right onto the chainsaw, right? What could be easier? Well, I don't have a close-up shot of the weld of where the round tube meets the flat plate there. It's pretty sketchy. And in fact, I don't think they even use a jig. They probably just eyeball it when they weld it, because this is going to turn out to be off by a half of an inch. That's pretty significant. Here you can see I put on some heavier washers. I didn't want that thing falling apart. And what else are we doing here? Oh yeah, I forgot to put that thrust washer on. I noticed it was laying on the bench there yet, so we'll get that all buttoned up the way it's supposed to be before we move any further forward. Pull our recoil out a little bit. Give it a final ugga-dugga on the clutch. Remember, it's bass-backwards threads. Then we'll snug down these two bolts. I just want to put an eyeball on this and see what it looks like. I can see without a straight edge that it's crooked, and once I put a straight edge on there, I realize that this thing it's way off.
That ain't gonna work.
I mean, it ain't gonna work like that. So now I've got a questionable clutch drum and and a belt that's going to run crooked. And I guess, you know, what the hell are you supposed to do, right? I mean, we got all the basic parts. We're just going to make it work. So for fun, we'll get this bolted down once and see what it looks like. Double ass wonky. Yeah, I guess that's double ass wonky. I don't know where I came up with that, but that's what I was thinking when I saw it. Let's see how it runs. That ain't gonna last.
That was bullshit.
Yeah. So we got clutch noise and we've got a hot belt. It ain't gonna last like that. So what I decided to do is clamp this part into the vise and then push down right here where the arrows are, and that moved this whole head down. Okay, and then I put it back in the press and I pushed right there where the arrows are, which swung the head back up, put a nice curve in that tube, which brought everything back into line. But then I had to twist the head a little bit clockwise just to get everything perfectly straight. And once I did that, we were golden. I mean, everything just, I think the second tweak we put on it in the vise and then we looked at it and it was right. It's almost like I had a memory for the right spot, but it was never put in that spot or came out of that spot. It was kind of weird. Anyway, maybe we just got lucky, right? So we're going to look at a little bit of footage of this thing at work and kind of show you what it does. So that's all I got for you on the Amazon Debarker. Thanks for watching. Later. So it looks like it works pretty good. When you're doing your house, you're going to hit a knot. You're going to know there's a knot there.
Right.
But it looks like it can handle it.
Yeah, pretty sweet.
Blade looks really good yet.
Mm-hmm.